jumped the route. Did you see something in film? Walk us through that play.
Yeah, it was just I was playing it out basically the outbreak bomb, and it felt kind of fake, and it wasn't fake. So you know what I mean. And that was a good play by my D line, forcing the quarterback to get the ball out quick, and yeah, that's really it. So.
Fernando, Coach Pittman really wanted the protection for Taylen to improve from last week. I know some of the sacks weren't the offensive line's fault, but now looking at the stats, how good does it feel? No sacks. You kept your quarterback upright and clean today.
Feels amazing. I feel like this is the first time we've truly played like a complete game. And so that was really cool. Just to kind of just see our focus throughout the whole game. Just everybody we went up early 28 to whatever it was, but it was like, all right, we're still dialed into the details. And, that's going to make the whole lot of difference once we get to SEC play.
They returned that the kickoff for the touchdown, and then 2 plays later, y'all are in the end zone. I guess just how important was that play in particular to maybe keep the momentum with you guys?
I feel like, props to the whole team, just how we responded and, it didn't phase us. And every drive, our expectation is to score. So we, like Junior said, we just got to continue to be focused and, do our job. So.
There was a lot said this week, just people wondering how y'all were going to start off the game. This is for you, Taylor. Whenever, they win the toss and give the ball y'all first, how important was that drive for y'all to, score them like that?
The emphasis is always, to start fast. That's how we practice, and, practice leads to the game. And, we have our first day plays, and, Coach Petrino has us memorize it, and we go through it and, know it like the back of our hand. But, just to see how, we was clicking since the first, snap was, really, really cool to see. So.
A lot of plays in the game. I want to talk about your hurdle. What's going on there? And then for the other two, what does it do to the whole team when you see your quarterback do that?
I had to redeem myself from Auburn, bro. I had to redeem myself. But, that's what I took from last week, just being more physical in the run game and, doing what I have to do to, keep the chains moving. And, if it's a hurdle, it's a hurdle. If it's put my shoulder down, it's that. If it's juking, just doing whatever I have to do. And want to show my teammates that, not just talk about it, but show it too.
Yeah, and like you said, he want to show his teammates, and he show us. He do a good job at showing us, and yeah, I'm just happy for him. I'm happy for him, and he's a crazy player, man. He's like the stuff he do, breakaway, hurling over people, like it's different. It's definitely different. So go Hogs.
Oh.
Kind of this bounce back performance this week for the front seven. How needed was that?
It was very needed. Kind of started slow last week, and we didn't want to start slow this week. And our front seven, they did a good job. We had all type of guys with sacks and TFLs and things like that. So just flying around to the ball. I think tonight it was a lot of hats around the ball, and that was one of the biggest things Coach T will emphasize. Like, man, everybody just get a lot of hats to the ball. Let's make it scary for whoever got the ball, and we definitely did a good job at running to the ball and just being physical and playing with relentless effort. So I'm happy for our defense in the front seven and even the back. Everybody.
Was just in here. He said he wouldn't trade Taylen Green and Bobby Petrino for anybody. What do you think about those two?
They mean everything to me, really. Just the belief and the trust that they have in me. I threw a pick or a couple picks, and Coach Petrino's still calling pass plays. And, that means a lot to me. And, as a quarterback, he still has faith and trust that I go through my, rules and go through my reads. So, like I said, the belief and the trust that they have in me, I don't take that for granted.
Pretty much a perfect first quarter. What do you feel this offense showcased in that first quarter?
Our potential, our versatility. When we're clicking, I believe we're the best offense in the country, and that's what we work towards, and that's what every single day we have the mentality to go out to practice and practice like it too. And Coach Petrino's gonna let us know when we don't meet that standard, and Coach Pitt. So.
that connection with Rohan going down the side for 33 yards.
Oh, it felt really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, like I threw it and I was just, of course watching, but when he turned the sideline, he was moving, rolling. I was like, oh, he's gonna score. But just how he showed his speed and his versatility too, with blocking and receiving. We've seen it in the practice, but that game speed, he was moving. I'm curious to see what he did, what he had on the GPS and the miles per hour. So.
For him, just with being on the field with him, what was his reaction like?
Rohan's is a really fun, goofy person. So he was, we was all dancing, and just having fun. And on the sideline, he had, a great smile and just a really, great energy. And he has a really great energy about him. That's, that affects everyone on the offensive ball.
You had 5 more targets today to the tight ends. Was more of an emphasis in the offensive game plan this week to target that group more?
It's just whatever the defense, is showing and, how we can take advantage of the certain looks that we get. And, I'm glad that we, could showcase, the tight ends and what they do because they have a really hard job. They have to run block, they have to pass block, and they got to receive. They got to do all those things. And that's what, I have respect for them because they're in the trenches and they still, have to catch the football. Junior, he said he can catch the football too. And, no.
Junior, how much was it emphasized this week, the magnitude of this game, playing Arkansas State for the very first time, playing an in-state opponent?
Yeah, it was huge for the team. We realized like this was going to be put in history books. And so I think we all kind of felt that coming into the game. And then, just arriving on the bus and just the line of people, Hog fans, just waiting outside the fences, just waiting to see us. That kind of made everything so real. And so just kind of put everything into perspective of like how awesome of an opportunity we had today. And feel like we truly seized the opportunity.
Good job, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.